Hello again, all. This is Eatmopie, and this is Basic Monk PvP. Team, hey guys, Boomkin, help me out. Come on, guys, come on. Where'd y'all go? What the fuck? Oh God, what the? Hello again, all. This is Eatmopie, and shit happens. Yes, it does. Anyway, this video is a basic Monk PvP guide. This is not for you pros out there. I know there's a lot of you doing very, very well, but there's also a lot of you not doing so well, and this is for you. I want you all to make me proud, and I'm going to give you some tips, some pointers, my strategies towards PvP, and I'm going to try and keep this as quick as possible. Here we go. Okay, first things first, I prefer a two-handed weapon for PvP. This is a preference. The difference is negligible at best between dual wielding and two-hander, but the style feels different. I have done a lot of testing, and I prefer the style of a two-handed weapon for PvP. That is all. You decide, or base it on what weapons you happen to have. Either way, you're probably going to do fine. Okay, your next concern is hit and expertise. You need 3% of each for PvP. That is all. Now, my gear is really, really bad. I haven't spent very much time on my panda lately. I've been leveling up an undead, as I said in an earlier video. But I'm obviously still going to play him. I leveled him to 90. He's awesome. It's just going to be back and forth, whatever. Anyway, so I have a little bit more hit than normal because some of my gear is PvE gear, and I'm not going to reforge just the PvP. It doesn't matter. So I have like 5% hit. Whatever. You need 3% at least. Now, as far as other stats go, I would say you want to try and have haste on every single piece. Mastery and crit are very close to the same. And when you get into a PvP situation, you're going to have buffs and things like that. Also very important, but not as important as haste. Okay, the next thing, obviously you want to have a PvP trinket unless you're a human. You just want to have that. There's just way too many stuns and ways to global people right now that you need to be able to escape. So in my case, I didn't have enough honor to buy my trinket, so I went and turned all of my justice points into honor in Stormwind, or Orgrimmar, you can do it as well. And I bought my trinket first because that is very, very important. Okay, moving on. If you haven't already, you want to get your gloves next because that gives you the ability to roll out of slows. You can roll or rushing or a flying serpent kick out of slows, and that is huge in PvP. So PvP trinket, gloves. After that, it doesn't really matter what you get, just get it all, because the PvP set bonuses are a huge benefit to Monk PvP. Okay, very quickly we'll talk talents. These are my preferences, that is all. You can choose whatever you like. Celerity, I like that. Tiger's Lust, viable, but I don't like it personally. It's just my opinion. Chi Wave, next one I choose Chi Brew. Burst on Demand, yes. The next tier, the level 60 tier, Deadly Reach. I like Deadly Reach. It's a gap closer. It's an interrupt. A lot of people prefer Leg Sweep, and that's fine. I just do not. I miss with it way too often. I don't know if it's latency or what, but I do. Diffuse Magic and Zoom the White Tiger. Those are my preferences. Okay, let's talk about rules for PvP. Eatmo's rules for PvP. Number 1, practice. Don't QQ. Practice, practice, practice. Run around the dummies. Use all your abilities. Practice. And I'm going to go over that just for a second here, but let's get through these rules first. Number 2, be relentless. Do not give up. If you're down in a fight, that's okay. It's PvP. Sometimes people use burst. You survive it. You can heal yourself back up. Your heals are good. Don't give up. I can't tell you how many times I have beat people, or 2 people, or 3 people that thought they were going to own me and I was low, and I come back and I embarrass those people because I didn't give up. Don't give up. Number 3, be aware of your environment. If there's a healer, you have to be aware that he's healing the target that you're on. You have to be aware so you can CC him, you can kick him, you can go and sit on him, whatever. Just be aware of your environment. And number 4, be aware of your enemy's abilities. That is very, very important. If you see a Frost Death Knight blow his gargoyle, turn red, and bring out a ghoul, you need to understand that you're about to get bursted. The same with a mage. If you see a mage turn red and they got little glowy stuff over their head and you're in a deep freeze, you need to know what to do, okay? And in that situation, you want to use a trinket and get the freak out of there and try and CC them as quick as possible. Or maybe use a diffuse magic if you already have combustion and things like that on you. But anyway, you can figure that stuff out for yourselves. I'm not getting into how to beat every single class. I just don't have the time. Maybe someday I'll do that, but right now I can't. Okay, monks have a ton of utility, and you need to practice that as much as you can. Obviously you have roll, and you want to understand how far away you want to be when you use your roll ability. You don't want to put yourself in a worse position than you already are. A lot of times you can catch up to a target without it. Anyway, you have Flying Serpent Kick, obviously. You have Paralysis. You have Spear Hand Strike, which is your kick. You want to always be in front of your target when you use that, because then they get an extra silence bonus, and that is good. Silence is good. You have a ranged disarm. That is great. You see a Huntard blowing all their trinkets and turning red and 100 pets coming towards you. You disarm him. That throws his game off a little bit, and that is a good thing. Now, generally, I only use Fist of Fury in PvP as a combination. So I'm going to use that to try and kill somebody. That's the bottom line, and it's mainly because of the stun mechanic, not so much because of the damage. Because Fist of Fury is just unreliable in PvP, especially if you don't have the 2-set bonus that increases the range. Okay, so what it looks like is Paralysis. Set up your DPS. If you have trinkets and things to use, Zune the White Tiger, use them when you're trying to burst somebody down. Stun them with your Fist of Fury, wait for the stun to wear off, and then use your Spear Hand Strike, especially for a healer. That is just going to ruin that healer's day, and it's going to give you a really good opportunity to kill that person. Okay, hopefully everybody understands how important Disable is. Use it every single time you engage a target. If they remove it, use it again. So very important. Disable is your friend. Alright, let's talk about Monk Survivability. Okay, Monk Survivability is completely based on our utility, our ability to counter other classes' abilities with our own, not so much our survival cooldowns, because they're not that great. Now, the other thing you want to make sure that you're doing is keeping yourself healed. Be aware of your own health. A lot of classes can blow you up or slowly wear you down, and you need to be aware. You have self-heals, and they are good, especially in a 1-versus-1 situation. Now, I win this duel kind of as a fluke. I should have probably used more DPS cooldowns. I could have used Chi Brew, I could have Fist of Fury, and I wouldn't have took so much damage. But you know what? Everybody makes mistakes. I just wanted to show you, to give you an idea of some of the ways that you can diffuse a situation and reduce your damage taken by using your abilities like Disarm, like Paralysis, and Touch of Karma as well. Okay, one quick last video versus a warrior before I end this video. Okay, I could have been a jerk here and I could have Flying Serpent Kick to stay close to him, but I didn't. I let him have the charge. That's fine. I'm not that worried about it. I have a lot of utility to beat a warrior. So here we go. I try to Paralysis him. He's got his Berserker Rage up, so I can't. He's immune. That sucks. But whatever. It's one of those things you have to live with. As you may notice, I'm using my self-healing abilities often. Very, very often. Why let your health get low? If you lose less health than your enemy, you're going to win. If he dies first, you win. So keep yourself alive. Very important. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I finished him with a Fist of Fury. I didn't even need it, but I thought that I did. so I set it up and ate right through his second wind. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful. If it has, please leave me a comment. Please give me a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I do read all the comments. If you have a question, please leave a comment down below. And do not forget Eatmopie's rules for PvP. There's only 4. And here we go. Number 1, practice. Please don't QQ. Number 2, be relentless. Don't ever give up in a fight. You always have a chance until you're dead. Number 3, be aware of your environment. Know what's around you. Know what's happening. Number 4, be aware of your enemy's abilities so that you can counter them efficiently, effectively, and make me proud, monks. Thank you. I'll see ya.